I welcome you all for the training session of the State Urban Transport Firm Web Portal.
As you all know that SUTF web portal is made online, so it has three parts. One is registration part, another one is sending the application, and next is project. So I'd like to show you the registration part first. So before that, I would like to tell you what all should be ready with you, the documents for the registration process. So for registration, nodal officer name and designation is mandatory. Along with that, agency name, agency address, contact number. Then major part is mobile number of the nodal officer, which you will be generating a OTP, and through that authentication will happen. Next is government ID proof, along with the authorization letter from the respective agency or a department head. So portal will be made available from our DULT website. There will be a link for you to access the portal, or you can directly access in the browser. It is sutf.karnataka.gov.in. So once you type the URL, you will get a login page. If you are a registered user, you just have to put your email ID and the password and the captcha and log in. So if you are a new user, you will have to click on the need an account or sign up option given below the login page. Just click on that. That will open a window where you have to create account. So here you can see there are fields to input your nodal officer name, last name of the nodal officer, designation, office number, agency. You can select what type of agency it is and the agency name. These are whatever is marked in star in red, that is mandatory field. Then the office mail ID for correspondence and the address. I'll put some dummy name here. I'll start with my name itself. For example, I'll take public transport agency. I'll say this is for demo actually. I'll write as BMTC and I'll put our mail ID, official mail ID for demo purpose only. Put your mobile number and click on the send OTP. You will get an OTP. So whatever OTP you have received, you feed here and verify. So next will be you have to create a password for your account. So after creating password, you will have to upload your government ID proof along with the authorization letter and click on create account. This will create an account for nodal officer. You will get a message like this: good job, our account created. With this, registration process will be complete. Then with the same user ID and the password, your user ID will be your email ID which you have input earlier. That you have to put here. Then your password. There will be a captcha, and then click login. This is a simple process for creating an account. So ಈ ಇಮೇಲ್ ಐ ಡಿನ ನೀವು ಪ್ರತಿ ಸಾರಿ ಲಾಗಿನ್ ಆಗುವಾಗ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ.
So just to bring back you to the registration process. You can access it from the adult's website, as well as you can type the login that has been shared. And once you click on that, you will be on this landing page wherein the login details are mentioned. As a first time, you need to create an account and sign up. If you are already registered, you can enter the email ID and the password and continue. It is requested that all the agency concerned will have to create a login ID for the nodal officer, and the details of the nodal officer will be also shared with us.
Okay, now we'll move to the application process. So before we start filling up the application form, we request you to keep a few documents ready. Firstly, we request you to keep the AutoCAD drawings like site plans, floor plans, sections, etc., along with the technical section drawings ready to upload it on the application form. Along with the drawings, we request you to have the technical sanction estimates and the same in the Excel format. These are requested as the review and evaluation of the design and the estimates put forward by you can be reviewed by our team. Correspondence letters like request letters from the respective agency heads, then other documents such as project reports and other and any other supporting documents, if any, like traffic impact assessment, project feasibility, if any, for the project conducted, can be kept ready in the PDF format to upload on the application form. The last but not the least is the SUTF checklist, which has been circulated to all the public transport agencies and the ULBs. This shall be kept ready and is a mandatory check for the application form. This SUTF checklist is also available on the SUTF portal for you to download, fill in, and upload during the application form.
Just a small add-on here. This SUTF checklist that Bhavna was mentioning at present is for the bus terminals, and this checklist primarily caters to the design and planning of a bus terminal being funded under SUTF.
Now we will move towards the demo for filling up the application form. This is the dashboard, login dashboard that every applicant will be able to see. We have a few projects filled in for the test purpose. The dashboard is divided into two sections. One is the proposal cycle and the second is the project cycle. So when you will submit the proposal, it will add on here, it will be reflected. Once we take in for the review, it will be reflected in this card, that is proposal under review. Once the proposal is approved, GO is sanctioned, the proposal gets approved and it moves to the approved proposal card. If your proposal is rejected, it will move to the rejected proposal. And once the approved proposal gets sanctioned, it moves to the under implementation card from where the project monitoring takes place. We will go through the entire process one by one. For to begin with, we now will start creating a new application form. On the left hand side, you have a menu bar where you have these tabs like create new, total number of proposal, draft proposal, proposal under review, approved proposal, and rejected proposal. You can access these cards at any given point through the menu bar also without coming to the dashboard. So now I'm clicking on the create new proposal. So this is a inbuilt application form that opens up. Now I should start putting in the details. So I'm putting in for a bus terminal. So we have filled in the project name, project location, district. Now there is a tab for an input field for short form of your project name. This is basically to generate the project ID once the proposal gets approved. So now for the bus terminal, I am writing a short form of BS1. Then coming to the select the intent. So for what are you seeking funds for? Are you trying to improve the existing quality of the service, reduction in cost of providing service, improving administration and governance? So are these options that are provided here. So I click on one and then I say save and proceed. I would also like to highlight at any given point, if you want to stop filling in the application form, you can always click on save and proceed, and your proposal will be available in the draft proposal tab. You can always go back at any given point of time, click on draft proposal and fill in the rest of the proposal before you click on the final submission button. So the next is proposal details. So there is a tab and you can select for types of projects. So what are, is it a non-motorized transport? Is it traffic and transportation studies, public awareness, public transport and its infrastructure? So right now, since we are filling in for a bus terminal, I would click on public transport and its infrastructure. Next is the project description. We have kept a word limit of 500 words. You can give a very brief description about the project. I am filling in the dummy details at this point of time. Objectives of the project. Next is the need for the project. The fifth question is, has the project been tendered? If yes, then you fill in the tender detail amount, and if no, then you can always enter the estimated amount. So right now my project isn't tendered, so I will enter the estimated project cost. The project cost is the project cost to be entered is in lakhs, and the estimated duration of the project in months. So I have entered 12 months. So coming to the next is the fund sharing pattern. A general practice is about a 50% funding. To seek funds from under SUTF from DULT, you are requested to enter the abbreviation DULT. You are you need not type the entire name, Directorate of Urban Land Transport, or any other name. So we have kept a mandatory check that the word has to be DULT. And here I say 50% sharing. So I say 250 lakhs. And then you add. You can anytime delete this and even edit this. The next is, I will take a BMTC. And BMTC is sharing the rest of the half, that is 250 lakhs, and I say add. So the balance here should come as zero, and the total should tally to the estimated project cost that has been filled in the question in the tab 6. Now I move towards the components and the milestones. Your components are nothing but a small task of the entire project, like construction of basement, erection of columns, tiling work, laying of PCC. These all are small little components that you need to break your entire project into these small little components. So for dummy purpose, I would enter C1, and you need to assign for every component how much of the amount are you spending. So now I have added 4 components and my balance is again zero. Your components can also be finishes, construction of the superstructure, ground floor. You can even divide your project as floor basis or even task basis. So that is up to you how you want to divide your whole project into. So now these components need to be assigned to a certain durations, to a certain timeline. So now we come to the milestone section where you need to identify the milestones. Now there are two ways of identifying milestones. You can take up a certain task, like suppose if it is a construction of basement, so first you will excavate, then you will get in all the materials for the construction of the basement, then you will go ahead with the construction. So now one part of the project, that is construction of basement, is followed by 3 to 4 activities which need to taken up simultaneously one after the other. So you can club those components for the basement into one milestone and you can assign a certain timeline. That is one way of clubbing your components to make one milestone. The other example that I would like to give is, suppose now you are constructing a basement, so you're excavating, and simultaneously you can take up some other activity on site like construction of compound wall. So now there are two activities which are apart from each other but can be taken up in the same duration simultaneously, which is not hampering each other's activity, can also be clubbed into a single milestone. Now I will demonstrate how to fill in for the milestones. I will say M1 and you will have a selection tab to click on the milestone or to click on the components that you would like to club in. So now instead of 4, there might be your 20 components because the project is exhausted. So right now for dummy, I have just shown 4. So now I would like to combine my component 1 and component 3. And I would like to assign 6 months of duration for this. And you need to estimate what would be your physical progress of the project if you complete these two components and the first milestone. So now I estimate that my project will achieve 50% of the physical progress, and your financial progress will be accounted automatically by the portal. So C1 cost and C3 cost got added here, and now I say add. Your milestone 1 gets added here. You can any given point of time you can delete and come back to it, or you can even edit it from this edit button here in the yellow color. Now I go to milestone number 2 and then I select that I would like to take up C2 only because that might be a longer duration and independently I would like to take it up. So I am saying I will take 4 months for it and 20% of the progress, and you can see the financial progress is calculated automatically. Then I say add, go to M3. So the remaining one is C4 that will only be showcased. So I click on C4. I say physical progress. So now you can see that there are 3 milestones. Total duration is 12 months, which is matching the estimated duration that we have entered here. Also the project cost, and the physical progress achieved here is 100%, and the financial progress is 500, which is the estimated cost of your project. Now we say save and proceed. Now next are the expected outcomes. What are the expected outcomes from the project that you're undertaking? How will the impact of the project be measured? Is there a baseline data? If yes, please provide. So if you have an existing data regarding what is the ridership, what is the revenue, existing data for which you would like to take up this project and improve upon it, then you can give this baseline data in this tab. The next question is, please add the detail about the impact evaluation. What are the arrangements proposed for a third party evaluation? If you have assigned third party for evaluation of the impact, you can provide the details. If no, then how are you going to evaluate the impact of the project pre and post construction can be mentioned here. If there is a scale up plan for the proposed, like if only the ground floor structure is constructed and maybe in the few years you have a scale up plan for construction construction of the above floors, that can be mentioned here. If as of now nothing has been planned, then you can also say the same. And fund allocation plan for the scale up. Coming to the last portion of the application form is that we have made a provision for attaching the documents. So now we will attaching the documents, drawings in AutoCAD formats, PDF formats, estimation in PDFs and in Excel format, checklist, that is the SUTF checklist that you will have to upload here. Correspondence letters like request letters or mail correspondences that you would like to keep us in loop, and any other supporting documents like your DPRs, your project feasibility report, your traffic impact assessment, if any conducted, can be attached here. So before coming to this, on the menu bar, you have a checklist tab here. You click on the checklist. It takes you to this window. So these are the pre-filled checklists that that can be made available for you to view. So the fresh one, you can click here, checklist template. You download the checklist in an Excel format. You fill it up. This has been circulated to all the ULBs and the public transport agencies regarding the bus terminal checklist. So this can be filled in. In the end, there will be a scorecard that gets generated. You download that into a PDF format and keep it ready for uploading.
Your proposal is in the draft.
So as you can see, your proposal is saved in the draft. So I moved from the application page to the checklist page, and I come back to the draft proposal. It's saved here. So I click on this.
Everything is there.
You can cross check everything that you have filled in is there. So now I attach my drawings. You click on drawings, and then you can choose a file from where you have saved those drawings. So I am attaching technical drawings in AutoCAD format. It's attached here, and you click on upload. So now the technical drawing has been uploaded. Then I click again to click on the technical sanction drawings. Click on the PDF and then upload. Now I go to estimation. So I click on estimation tab and I choose a file for estimates. It's in an Excel format. I can put in upload. And then I take a PDF format of the same. Checklist. So which the checklist that I have downloaded, I have filled in all the details and I've kept it ready for my application form. So that's the checklist, and then I can upload it. Here the checklist is mandatory, without which you will not be able to submit the application form. Next is the correspondence letter. So this might be a letter from the MD, sir, requesting for seeking funds under SUTF. So we have PDF format, and I say upload. And I would also like to upload my project report. So I click on supporting documents. So now I have attached all the supporting documents that are required. You can always, if you feel that you have uploaded a wrong document, you can always delete it. You can view the document that is uploaded from this. So that viewing option is available. You can always cross check and then proceed for the final submission. So there will be a tab that opens up saying that the project proposal has created successfully. And you can view the submitted proposal here. So this is the one. The status is new. You can click here and it generates a PDF format of what you have filled in. Along with that, you can see here in the bottom attachments, where you can also view the attachments that you have filled in. So drawings, I've attached the DWG format files and the PDF formats, your correspondence letters, everything is saved here, right? Along with the application versions. So basically we have kept this. Now this is the new proposal that has been submitted. Now this will come to DULT. DULT will review this proposal, and if we feel that there are some shortcomings or any clarifications needed, then we will always come back on that. We will establish a communication, and through that communication, you will be requested to add a few more documents required, maybe in a preferable format, or we would also ask you to make some corrections in the application form. Maybe in terms of, suppose if you have requested for 100% funding under SUTF, and if that's if our fiscal funds do not allow to do so, then we would like to change the fund sharing pattern. Maybe some project descriptions that we would like you to describe in much more details. So that kind of changes can be made, and that will be saved as application version. So you will have an history of what you had submitted to us earlier, then the revisions, so revision 1, revision 2, revision 3 subsequently till your proposal gets finalized and move forwards for the approval. So this completes the application, filling up the application form process.
You have to register. Once you have registered, the nodal officer can upload a proposal for which he has been given due approvals from the head of the office, whether it can be the MD of the transport agency or the concerned chief engineer, or for that matter, from the urban local bodies, the proposals can come in. So the nodal officer will have to register and then fill in the application form here.
I hope ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಏನು queries ಇಲ್ಲ ಇವಾಗ. So basically, whatever proposal you have created, that no, unless DULT has taken it for review, the review has not started. That will be put in the draft proposal. One draft proposal irutte, nimge approved proposal ಬೇರೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Then the total number of proposals 44 ಇದೆ ಇವಾಗ. The status shows as new. So ಇದು ಇನ್ನೂ review ತಗೊಂಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ meaning. So for any proposal, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು main 3 dots ಇದೆ. This is also an menu. So where you can establish a communication here. So by clicking on communication, if you have any query or anything you want to tell about your proposal, or you want to speak to DULT people, then you can click on the communication, and then there is a provided a pop-up window where you can write your remarks here. So basically, when you send some message, that comes to DULT, and that will be taken care by DULT. You will receive messages here only. The conversation happens in the communication tab. So establish that, you have to click on 3 dots and then communication. So here you can see there is one more option called edit or upload revised documents. So this option will only get highlighted when DULT asks you to revise your proposal, or ask for any document which is not uploaded earlier, or your drawing needs to be changed or something. So such kind of issues, when DULT asks, only that time this tab will be highlighted, and then you have to click on the edit or upload revised documents. It will give you all that options which Bhavna showed you to upload the documents or the information, that you can revise it later. Your fund pattern, everything you can revise there. So that will be stored in the application versions. So here you can see there is only one version now. So this is a new application. It is not been taken for the review yet. So it will show as a one version. So when you revise your application, it will come as a second version, like that. It will keep on creating versions.
So we have established here a single channel of communication. At any given point of time, you can communicate with DULT regarding the update for your proposal or your project. Any doubts, any clarification required regarding funding seeking can be all sought here at the communication channel. So this has been made easy for all of us.
Not only application form, your drawings, your estimations, your checklist. So every time you revise or make a changes, so those will be stored here along with the date. So that's the best part of the application.
You will
so
always
all your
have
data
the
will be
archived
stored here.
Yeah, it will be archived in this one location. At any given point, you can always view the documents that you have submitted.
Excuse me, madam.
Yes, sir.
Myself, AWE NW Cats Belgavi. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Ready,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are.
Yeah, I have a query.
Yes.
During the demo, it was when uploading the Excel file for the estimation, it was showing a invalid file. Then uploaded a PDF of estimation. So we should upload in a Excel format or a PDF format. I wanted to know that.
You are requested to upload in both the formats. At this point of time, there is some error that is coming, so we will fix that up. You are requested to fill in the Excel format, give us the Excel format because to review the estimates that will be easy for us, and
Yeah,
also
yeah.
along with that a PDF sanctioned estimates.
Okay.
Basically, the Excel file we tried to upload is a blank file, so it didn't take because
It's a dummy file.
dummy file.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
Let me
Thank you.
just tell you, see, we would like the estimate to have sign and signature that it
Oh,
has been approved. So the PDF is required, but in order to review it, an Excel sheet is required. So you can upload both the forms.
okay, ma'am. Thank you.
We shall run by step through on the user manual for the proposal and the project cycle. This user manual is available on our website.
We have also shared it by email to all the transport agencies as well as the urban local body. Simultaneously, it is available on our website, so everyone can download it from there. So easily available, you can always have a look at it.
Yes. So, creating a new proposal. This is the a demo that I have showed earlier. Each and every step has been explained in much detail in a simpler manner. So, once the application form is submitted, the new proposal will be taken up for review by DOLT, and the proposal submitted will move to proposal under review. So now, as you can see in this screenshot here, as soon as DULT takes it up for review, you will get an updated status here that it is under review. So we are trying to maintain a transparency here for even you as an applicant to know at what stage your proposal is at this point of time. So, DULT will conduct a thorough technical and financial evaluation of the proposal. During this process, DULT shall establish a communication for clarification, submission of revised documents as we explained earlier. In such a case, the agency must click on edit and upload revised documents as Narendra just showed us. Those three dots on the menu bar here, it can be clicked here as highlighted, and this will be enabled. As soon as DULT asks for certain revisions, this will be enabled. You can click on this, it will take you back to the application form, fill in the details, it will create a new version and get saved. The documents will also be saved version wise. This can be made available, and any doubts, any clarification sought, you can always click on the communication and establish a communication with us at any given point of time. So the status can also be from our end, we shall update the status. Suppose if the drawings are under review, estimates are under review. If our engineering department has taken up a site visit, then such all status will come here. If now the review has been completed and it has put forward for the approval, then that status will also be highlighted here. So from time to time, you can check the status of your proposal uh, and how it is moving on, and it will and the time stipulated for it. Once the proposal is finalized and it is approved by Commissioner DULT, a government order shall be prepared and uploaded in the Geo section, which will be available for your review in the Geo section in the menu bar. And once the sanction geo is uploaded, the project is approved, and this approved proposal then moves to the project under implementation card. So your total number of projects become one, and the projects under implementation becomes one. So from approved proposal card, it moves to the project under implementation card. So from here, your project monitoring and tracking begins. So now we come to the project cycle. So once your project is under implementation, first is that you can, once you click on the project under implementation, a table of this opens where a project ID gets created. This project ID short form is the one that you have filled in during the application form process. So first will be your agency name, your short form of your project, and the year that you have submitted. So this is how your project ID gets created. Then your project name, commencement date, the date from which the geo has got sanctioned is the date that the project starts. Any ECM meetings or any other meetings with the department takes place, and if if your project has been discussed, the proceedings will be here for your and the geo, all the geos, the sanction geo, your release, your fund release geos, all these will be available here project basis. You can always click and view them. Under the project details, the agencies can find the complete details of the project. So once you click on the once you get in and you click on the name of on the project ID, on the name of the project, it opens a page like this. So where your project details are. So you have your project ID, project name, commencement date. Your physical financial progress will always keep reflecting your estimated cost, funds sanctioned by DULT and fund released by DULT. So right now this is estimated because you have said in the application form that your project has not been tendered. So an estimated cost will be reflected here. So after your approval, you take up the tendering process, you finish the tendering process and you come back and you would like to click on the enter tendered amount. So once you click on that, and another page will open where you are requested to fill in the tender date, tender amount at which it has been finalized, the tender documents, and the duration. So these might be same as you have estimated, and they might also differ. So we have given you that option. If it has differed from what you had estimated earlier, you can always fill in those details. Fund sharing pattern might change. So fund, suppose now the project has got estimated was 500 and now it has got finalized to 600. The fund sharing pattern as you had entered is 50-50. The portal will automatically calculate the 50-50 share and make it 300-300. So that's calculated automatically. Suppose the fund sharing pattern is 60-40 as shown here, it will get redistributed automatically as mentioned in the geo. Next coming is the components and as well as the milestones. So the components might or might not be the same. There might be some addition, there might be some deletion. So we have always we have given you the provision to always come back and edit your components and your milestones. Components and milestones form an very integral part of this portal as they help us to track the project. They help us estimate that whether we are in delay, we are on time, and how it is going on the whole project. So so I request everyone to break down your components into a simpler task and combine them simultaneously with the milestones so that they can be taken up effectively and that you can complete the whole project in the times estimated. And then you click on submit. Once you are ready, you click on submit. So this will complete that the tender details. So the tender details are stored here. It can be viewed at any given point of time.
Restart ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ನೋಡಿ sir.
So now we come to the quarterly progress reports. So agencies must upload quarterly progress report along with their photographs, physical progress and financial progress. And this tab will be enabled only in the last week of the last quarter month. So Jan, Feb, March. In the March last week, this tab shall be enabled for you to upload your quarterly progress report. Along with that, you are requested to estimate the physical progress that you have achieved on site. And to demonstrate that, you can upload your photographs and your financial progress that you have spent on to achieving that much of physical progress. And then you click on upload quarterly progress report. Once that is uploaded, it will reflect on DULT dashboard. It will be reviewed and it will be approved. So once that is approved, here no due will come in. So now you are on your end, nothing is pending. For requesting fund, we have kept a check that no quarterly report due should be there. So if suppose you want to request a fund and there is any due for quarterly progress report, you will not be able to request a fund. So we request you to timely update your quarterly progress report for seeking funds. So in order to request a fund for the first installment, at least one of the quarterly progress reports should be uploaded. Only then the requested fund shall be taken up for consideration. So when you fill in the quarterly progress report, we have made some interactive bar charts here that will reflect the quarterly progress reports for you. So as we see, there's a 10% physical progress, and that has been highlighted. That's the part of the quarter one. So you have so we have segregated into quarter basis, so you know in 1 year the kind of amount that is spent and also the progress that has been achieved. And you can also see here that it has changed from estimated cost to tendered amount. Next, we come to milestone extension. So if a certain agency is unable to complete the milestone on the estimated time or the given time or before the deadline, the milestone will expire on its own. So it needs to be renewed. And for renewing, we have given an option for milestone extension. So as you can see, it will show milestone 1 has been completed on time, but the milestone 2 has got expired. So it will show this. Once you click on that tab, this tab opens where you are requested to fill in the extension date. So by what time you think that you might finish the milestone 2, you are expected to enter that date. And also we have given a provision to upload an extension letter. So in this extension letter, you are requested to fill in the details for why the milestone has not been completed, any hurdles faced on site, any funding fiscal inefficiency, any of that matter can be explained in this letter to give a justification of why the project has not been completed on a milestone. Unforeseen circumstances that can come on site can be that is understood, that is can be taken up, but we would request you and then you can submit it. So once that is approved from our side, this again becomes in progress. So now earlier it was expired, it becomes in progress, and your dates for your subsequent milestones will also get revised. Suppose your milestone has to get over on 31st of March and you ask for an extension of 15 days and you give a date of April 15. So all your subsequent milestone duration that you have entered in the application form. In the application form, you will enter month-wise. So those dates will also get revised subsequently. So your whole duration moves 15 days further to the date of completion. So that will be taken care of. So now for seeking funds. So in order to request a funding, you can click on request a funding button and provide the details at any given time, provided your quarterly progress reports are updated. So once you click on request for funding, this tab opens where you are requested to upload your request letter, your site photographs and utilization certificate. And then you submit. Request for funding will be verified by DULT, and in any case, if any clarification is required, we shall sort so. Release, and once the funds are released from DULT side, the amount will be reflected here. Fund released. So in case of any difficulties or delays to keep the project running, agencies can opt for an option to keep the project on hold by clicking on request for on hold button. So once you click on that on hold button as shown here above, request for on hold, you can click on that button. The agencies must mention the reason for keeping it on hold. So, and then you click on submit. So then your project will move from under implementation card to on hold card on your dashboard. You can see that the project moves from under implementation to on hold, and it will remain in that card unless and until you request to resume it. And while you resume it, you are requested to upload another letter stating that these were the issues and these have been sorted, these have been clarified, and now we are ready to start the project again. Resume. You can click on resume once you are on hold projects card. You can click on resume, click on these details and proceed. So moving to the next step is, after completion of all milestones, no dues for uploading quarterly progress report, and the project has been completed physically, the agencies can request for fund for the final installment, the last installment. During this process, there is a requirement of uploading additional mandatory documents such as work completion certificate, final bills, and compendium, along with the request letter, site photographs, and utilization certificate. In order to upload the compendium document, the agency needs to access the compendium template in the sidebar as shown. So in the menu bar, you have a compendium tab. You click on it. You can upload, your agency will click on the upload compendium button and the form shall display. This is the form that displays, and there is already an inbuilt compendium form. You can fill in all the details and upload the required photographs. So the photographs are before construction, during construction, after construction. So all the things in your project gets documented properly from the beginning. And then you click on submit. You are requested to once it is submitted, you are requested to download that compendium and upload it for requesting for fund. To download the compendium and upload it while you are requesting for the last installment fund. DULT will verify the compendium along with the rest of the documents submitted by the agency. During the verification process, again, DULT can establish a communication for revision. A GO shall be prepared and uploaded for the last installment release, and the project is now completed and will move to the completed card. So now it will move from under implementation to completed project card, and this shows the end of your project. And all the details, all the documents that you have been attaching, maintaining for the under implementation project will be archived and stored for any future reference.
So here I would like to show some more features of the portal. Whatever communication or when your proposal gets approved, or you are sending a message or a communication established, or when you upload a document or anything, everything comes as a notification here. You can see here is a notification bell icon, and along with the 10 is written here. Right now it shows that there is no notification. So once you send any message or anything, or you receive a message, there will be a notification here, and you can directly click on the notification. It will take you to the respective page. The second part is your profile. In government structure, nodal officer get transferred and all new nodal officer will come. So in that case, you have an option to edit your profile. So just you have to click on the nodal officer here name, click on the edit profile. So you'll get an option to re-upload your name, all the number and all the details, and save your profile. So in case of you have forgotten or you want to change the password, then you have an option to change your password option here. Click on the change your password and put your password and confirm password. So these are the features of the portal.
I would request all the nodal officers to use the URL, register themselves, try using the portal, get accustomed to the know-hows of the portal, of the dashboard, of the different features that are available, go through the entire user manual. Thank you all to join us today for the launch event and the training session. Thank you all.